Little sister Claire Marcel of Jesus was born on the 27th of July 1936 in Switzerland. She was the third child of 5 children. Took her first communion at the age of 7 in 1943. Sadly, the following year, on the 25th of December 1944, her father passed away. Claire grew up and went to school and learned typing. With her profession, she contributed to the financial income of her family. As a family, they will always go out skiing. Her elder brother, who took care of them after the passing away of the father, was living in the mountain. From time to time, Claire and her sister will visit him. They will most of the time travel by bicycle. In 1967, Sister Claire Marcel felt a call to become a little sister of Jesus after knowing them for some time. She joined the congregation as postulant in November 1967. The following year, she entered the novitiate in France and took her first vows on the 15th of August 1968. Her first contact with the Aboriginal people came about after her first vows in 1969.
After my first profession, I came to Australia during the novitiate as an appeal, and I came for volunteer. I arrived in Sydney and I stayed 2 years in Sydney and about 9 months in Alice Springs, and it's where I encountered my Aboriginal brothers and sisters, and well, they entered my heart. So when I went back overseas for my final training and my final vow, I asked to come back and to give my life to Aboriginal brothers and sisters. So I came back after my final vows, and I arrived in November 1975. We'll reach from age to age and hold.
On the 22nd of November 1975, Sister Claire arrived in Australia for her mission to live among the Aborigines. She spent a short time in Sydney before moving to Alice Springs. From 1976 to 1978, she lives in the Big House and then moved to HC House in the Gap, where she lived until 1978. The lives of the sisters were like any other ordinary people, putting something on the table, fire in the house, were some of the difficulties that Sister Claire and her community in Alice Springs came across. Sister Claire undertook different jobs in order to support her community.
While in Alice Springs, I did different jobs. I worked domiciliary care, and I worked in a supermarket, Piggly Wiggly, and I worked to see for a little while in Yarra College in the kitchen, because to be able to live.
From 1981 to April 1984, the caravan had become Sister Claire and other sisters a permanent home. They moved from one town camp to the other, missioning and being with people from Hoppies, Charles Creek, Walbury, Trucking Yard. In 1984, she went back to Switzerland for her brother's recovery. After 6 months, she returned to Australia and had a short stay in Redfern, Sydney, before moving to Adelaide on March 1985, where she lived until 1988. Easter of 1989, she moved with the other sisters to Yuendumu and continued to give witness to God's love among the Aboriginal people. On the 26th of January, she received her citizenship in the hand of an Aboriginal mayor of Yuendumu, something that she is very proud of.
At that time, Yuendumu was a township, and it was an Aboriginal man who was the mayor, and I received the citizenship from his hand. But the most part of my life in Australia, I lived it in Yuendumu, from Easter 1989 to May 2016. when I came back to Alice Springs.
Little Sister Claire Marcel of Jesus now lives in Alice Springs with Sister Magali. She continued to be light of the world and salt of the earth, and continuing giving witness to God's love in the parish of Our Lady of Sacred Heart, Alice Springs.
On behalf of Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Parish, I would like to congratulate you, Sister Claire, on this very special day as you celebrate 50 years in religious vow. I pray to God that God will continue to give you the strength and grace to give witness to His love. God bless you.
I wish to congratulate Sister Claire on 50 years of profession. I go a long way back with the Little Sisters, back to the early 80s in Woodville in South Australia, and I've had a connection with the sisters ever since. During this time I've admired the way of life of the sisters, their simplicity, their commitment and their dedication. Sister Claire, I give thanks to God for you. I give thanks to God for the witness that you give and you've given for so many years. We thank God for His grace that He has given to you to persevere in this vocation, and we pray that even at this time you continue to be light of the world and salt of the earth, knowing that God is with you. Sister, thanks to you, and thanks also to your whole community for the witness they give to us in the larger church family. God bless you.